Hello, everybody. My name is Ignorance is Blissy. Well, my actual name's Anthony, and we are going to make a deck list. Rather, I'm going to show off a deck list that I made. Unfortunately, I do have a couple proxies in here. Only 5, but I'm going to be finishing this deck quite soon, so it's going to be really good. And this deck is going to be called Zoroark Lycanroc. And it's quite a fun deck, being that it runs a lot of fun strategies to it, and Zoroark is one of the best cards in the format right now. And I dropped some of them, that's funny, but alright, let's do it. Well, first, we're going to need 4 Zorua and 4 Zoroark. The 4 Zorua, 4 Zoroark line, that's basic for a Zoroark deck. Then, that's Zoroark GX, of course, but we're going to run Sneasel and Weavile line. That is from the expansion Crimson Invasion, if I'm not mistaken. And they are really good. This Weavile, I will explain it because I don't have the actual card yet. Its attack that you use is called Evil Admentation. It costs 1 dark energy, and it does 50 damage times the number of Pokemon your opponent controls with an ability. So, the more abilities on your opponent's side, which abilities run the game nowadays, the more damage she will do. And there's a stadium in here that will show you all about it. And, take their abilities and use them against them a lot. Then you have Rockruff, 2 of them. And then 2 Lycanroc GX with Bloodthirsty Eyes. And that's essentially switch your opponent's Pokemon when you evolve it. You don't have to, but you can, and it's really useful at times. Now, we run 1 Ditto Prism starts, one of those that I don't have, and 1 Muk, Alolan Muk, who has the ability Power of Alchemy. Let's see if it will focus. It won't. Alright, that's fine. Its ability Power of Alchemy, each basic Pokemon in play in each player's hand has no abilities, and in the discard pile. We run 1 Marshadow with Let Loose, and 2 Tapu Lele GX. That is the Pokemon line, and that is really, really important. And of course, in the description below, I am certainly going to put the deck list. Now, moving on, we will have the stadiums. We run only 2. I do not have any of the real form of this stadium. It is actually Devoured Field. Of course, I don't have the real Devoured Field, so Devoured Field makes it so Dark and Dragon Pokemon do 10 more damage before weakness and resistance, and that is very, very important because that makes Weavile do 10 more damage before weakness. And there are psychic Pokemon, I think, yes, the Dusknoir and stuff, that have weakness to it. And that's really, 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 really helpful at times. Now, we're going to go on to our items. I may have to do this in 2 phases. No, never mind. We won't have to do 2 phases of this. But 2 Choice Band, like normal. 1 Dangerous Drill. And that's just for disruption on your opponent's part, because you'll see later on in the video that usually decks aren't going to run many basic energies. Dangerous Drill is from Team Up. You can play this card only if you discard a dark Pokemon from your hand. Discard a Pokemon tool, special energy, or discard a stadium in play. And that's off of your opponent's Pokemon, not yours. So, that is very, very good. 3 Pokemon Communication. 1 multi-switch, 2 switch, that's for them clutch times when you need to just switch out your guys, and 3 Great Ball. And Great Ball is look at the top 7 cards of your deck and, well, choose one of them and put it into your hand. It is very, very, very useful, and it's a really good card in general. Then you're going to run 4 Ultra Ball, just as a deck search, getting your Zoruas, getting your Zoroarks, and 1 Rescue Stretcher. That's in case your stuff just kind of gets discarded. And there's another card in here that will allow for that to be put back into your hand and stuff, you know. This deck is currently Team Up Standard. So you can use this in a tournament with Team Up as its standard format. So, now we're going to move on to the supporters. The supporters include 3 Cynthia, basic line of Cynthias, 3 Guzma like normal. Then a new card from Team Up, it's called Nanu. He is choose a basic dark Pokemon in your discard pile and switch it with one of your Pokemon in play. Any attached cards, damage counters, special conditions, turns in play, and other effects remain on the new Pokemon. This can be useful, let's say, if you have a Lycanroc GX out. It has DCE, and it's essentially useless because you've already used his GX attack, which is really his only other purpose in this deck. You've already used his GX attack, so he has nothing else to do other than Bloodthirsty Eyes. Nanu can take him, bring out a Zorua, and then at the same time, put a Zoroark down. That's why he's in this deck, and it's only a 1-of because of that. And actually, earlier, before I put him in here, I misread him and thought it was just a dark Pokemon. So I was like, oh my god, it is Maxie's. But no, it's a lot worse, but it still works with the deck. You just have to have Zoroark and Zorua. Once you have that, Nanu can work. Gonna run 1 Judge, 1 Acerola, 2 Professor Kukui. That's just for extra damage and drawing of cards, which helps with trade. And 3 Professor Elm's Lecture, which is another one that I have 1 less of. This card is very, very, very good in this current format. It's almost a replacement for Bridget, but it's not, only because he requires you get a 60 HP Pokemon. So, a little worse, but it is really good in this deck because I get Zorua that gets so much. That's the supporter line. Then, you're going to have your energies. Now, your energies, they're going to be a little hard to come by, or like at least some of them. The others, they are very not amazingly hard because you can literally get them for like a quarter, if that, at a card shop, and every card shop has them. Well, these are the ones that aren't easy to come by, and that's Unit Energy, Fighting, Dark, and Fairy. It's really good because the current meta requires Fairy, Dark, and Fighting. Buzzwole, Ninetales, and Zoroark decks. And then the other ones you just kind of find lying around in the middle of packs and stuff. That's double colorless energy, that's 4. And this is why Dangerous Drill can be so good, because this is your only energy line. This is the entire deck, and well, there are no basic energies. Most decks nowadays do not use basic energies. So now this deck, they're double sleeve, but they are going to be very, 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 very good. So, if you want to use this deck, the deck list will be in the description below, and I will eventually be doing some Pokemon TCGO. I will do, let's see, I'll probably at some point do video game. May not as often as regular trading card game. I will definitely show off going to pre-releases and tournaments, which I have just gone to a pre-release, as you saw with the Dangerous Durrell and Nanu. But this channel is going to be a PokeTube channel, and a lot of deck lists, a lot of playing, a lot of strategies. So yeah, I may later on today show off this deck in action against my father's, who is not nearly as good. And yes, if you like the video, like it, subscribe, and yeah, this deck, hope you enjoy playing it. But Zorua and Zoroark are just friends, so hope you enjoy. See you next time.